Hi again, folks. In this video, we're going to do a what if video. Coming up. No shout out on this one. It's just one I came up with myself by reading a bunch of comments you guys were saying. Just wanted to touch base on something here, guys. There is going to be a video I'm making for actually Joe Thornton and Nordman tomorrow. It's going to be the same video, so both are going to get a shout out on that one. We're going to look at the kids in Rochester tomorrow. Okay, guys? I just don't have time tonight, and it's getting late, and I'm happy I'm getting a third video in, to be honest. I really am. What if? What if? Okay, so here's the what if. People saying, what if? The what if is, I've been seeing people saying, wouldn't it be interesting? Now, this is not even something many of you are even thinking about, even though you're feeling good about the Sabres again right now. What if they made the playoffs? Just what if, okay? I know it's a long shot, and I know it's probably not going to happen realistically, but I'm also a guy that my heart always speaks before logic sometimes, and this is one of those cases that if the Sabres got hot, they could get in. Now, this is a long shot, but I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen in the past. I have. And if the Sabres ever got in, wouldn't that be something? And I'm not just talking making the playoffs. Screw that. No. Going deep. Going deep. Because I'm a big believer, when you put a young team in a position like that, nothing can happen except flourish. Nothing can happen. And they've shown all sorts of signs that they're flourishing under Granato. They are. They're showing all sorts of signs. Yesterday's game, okay, they were aggressive. It's what I took from it. They were aggressive. And it wasn't just the goaltending, no. They were aggressive. They were actually hitting, fighting, becoming a team. This could be the turning point. Sometimes there's a turning point. It's one game, and a franchise just goes like this after. I'm hoping to God this is it for us. I really am. I'm hoping that the Sabres get on some kind of a roll, you know, get another 2 wins or whatever, what have you from this point on. We'll see. But if we ever got in, I'll tell you right now, my honest belief is that they would probably win like 7 playoff games. This is the type of team this is, because there's no pressure. I could see them upsetting whoever in the first round. I would love nothing more than to get a shot. Love to get a shot at Tampa Bay. I would love nothing more than that. That for me would be the dream scenario. As we make the playoffs, please let it be Tampa Bay that we face. So if wouldn't that be something? If the Sabres win the first round, all of a sudden we're in the second round, and here we have 1983 all over again with the young team, because that's what can happen with a young team. And that the problem is now getting into the playoffs is harder. We got more teams. People think that it's harder to win the cup now. No, it's the same. It's the same. It's a grind. It's hard. It's not harder, no. Because back in the day, still, you had to win, you still had to win 4 rounds. Think about it. And the first round was a 3 out of 5. Okay, so you got to win 1 more playoff game. No, it's the same grind, but it's harder to get in. That's what it is today. It's harder to make the playoffs. That's why it's such an accomplishment, because only half the league does. 50% go home. And if we could ever get in this year, I'd be excited to see what would happen. That would be amazing, because there'd be no pressure on us. We'd be thrilled regardless of what happens. And can you imagine every playoff win this franchise fan base would go, how nuts we'd be going as the Sabres marched on and upset, let's say, somebody in the first round, and then all of a sudden we're in a Game 7 in the second round? It can happen. You've seen the Vancouver Canucks in the bubble, folks. That's what I'm talking about. And that year, it was funny, I picked Detroit and Vancouver to be the surprises that year, and I was way off with Detroit. And this year, a team like Detroit, let's say, if they got in the playoffs, I could see it with them. I just don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I don't think they will. I don't think, the odds are we shouldn't, Ottawa shouldn't, Montreal isn't, and Detroit. So those 4, but it would be fun if one of us got in. Leaving it at that. Just these thoughts I was having today, because I've seen some of you guys looking at the playoff. Yeah, chip away, stick around, see what happens. If we could be within grasp, let's say 5 points out with 20 games left, I'd be excited as hell that there's a chance, a real chance, because we're due. And I'm a big believer in numbers, guys. You know that. So what I do is I look at this saying we're due. Mathematically speaking, the Sabres are due. So this could happen. It could happen. But we'd have to be there. Let's see where we're at by the 62 game mark. If we're within grasp, everything's going to be intense for us. Every single game will be intense. And I am looking at it from a hopeful fan point of view. That's all. Just a hopeful fan's point of view. But I do believe if we ever got in this year, yes, they will have a deep run. It won't, and deep run meaning 7 playoff wins. I'm not thinking 2 playoff rounds. I'm thinking 1 3/4. Bowing out in game 7. Hopefully not in overtime with a guy named Brad Park scoring either. It could happen. Things can change all of a sudden in the playoffs. That we all know this. That's where kind of the forefront of what's really in your dressing room shows up. And I would love nothing more to have a chance, guys. But I know it's a dream right now. I wanted to throw it out there. What I believe would happen if we got in. The odds of getting in, to me, are much thinner than the dream of them winning 7 playoff games is, if we get in. You know what I mean? This is kind of how I see it. We just have one team standing in our way. We should be able to fight, right? That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.